season, I feel it now. Everything lining up, I see it now. I ain't forcing nothing, I'm breathing now. I'm in my season, yeah, I'm good right now. I'm in my season, I'm
Good morning, come on in. Come on in the room. Come on in. I'm testing everything this morning. Good morning. Come on in. Good morning, Michelle. Happy Tuesday. Come on in. Good morning. I'm pinning everything to my face so I can see you lovely ladies. Come on in, come on in. I'm in my season, yeah, I'm good right now. I'm in my season, I move with ease. What's meant for me, always find me. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, Regina. Yeah, that's on me. I don't compete. I stay in my lane. That's enough for me. Everything I need, I already got. I'm just walking in what God brought. There we go. Now I can see. Come on, tag somebody this morning. We're going to have an awesome time this morning. Come on in the room. Good morning, Melinda. Good morning, Regina. Good morning. Good morning, Karen. I'm in my season, I feel it now. Everything lining up, I see it now. I ain't forcing nothing, I breathe now. I'm in my season. Good morning, Monica. Right now, I'm in my season, I'm moving peace. What's been for me, always fine. Make sure you get your coffee, your water. We're going to give them a couple more minutes and we're going to go ahead and get started. Are you ladies excited today? Day 25? Crystal clear. Yes, thank you. Feel good. I don't chase it. I let it come. Come on in. Come on in. I let it run. What's mine always make its way. I just stay grounded every day. Come on in. I trust the timing. I don't question it. I'm in my season, I feel it now. Everything lining up, I see it now. I ain't forcing nothing, I breathe it now. I'm in my season, yeah, I'm good. Welcome, everyone to the Refreshing. I am Stacey Johnson. Some people know me as Apostle Stacey. I am the visionary and CEO of Women of Vision Global Network. It is our network that is global. What we do, we teach, we train, we motivate women to come and be their better selves or their vision, their purpose. They're finding their voice. They're refreshing themselves. I'm telling you, we just reach women from all walks of life, whether it's ministry, whether it's marketplace, whether you're an entrepreneur. Women of Vision Global Network is the place for you. Hi, hello, good morning, Donetta. Good morning, Pamela. I am also the visionary and and the apostle of Adonai International Kingdom Ministries, right there, 7615 Reading Road, alongside my wonderful husband, Apostle Frank Johnson, who is the senior pastor. Want to give him a shout out on this morning. Just want to give him a shout out because of his support, his love, his prayers. So want to make sure I give him a shout out and my church family of Adonai International Kingdom Ministries, my kids, my grandchildren, everybody that's listening and those that will hit the replay. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that we have been doing this for 25 days straight? This is day 25 on our 31-day challenge of refreshing. Somebody asked me what the refreshing was. The refreshing is actually taking a deeper look into ourselves and wondering why we have put so much into everybody else and not enough into, and we have put everything into everybody else, but we always give ourselves less. And then the refreshing is when you start to feel burned out, when you start to feel distant, when you start to drift away. There are times when you have to take out for yourself and still away sometimes and get rejuvenated, to get renewed, to get refreshed. Sometimes you need to reset. Hello, Stephanie. Sometimes you need to reset. Sometimes you need to learn how to start over, to refresh your mind, refresh your body, refresh your thoughts. And sometimes it's even to refresh your relationships, right? Because some relationships can be draining. And we started it on day one, dealing with refreshing. And then we talked about what it feels like to drift away from yourself, drift away from your loved ones, because we've been doing so much for so long in ministry, whatever walk of life that you are in. We have put so much into everybody else. And we also identify the difference between who we are and the roles that we play. That was heavy. The roles that we play versus who we are, or our occupation. We identify ourselves sometimes with our occupation instead of really digging deep to find out who we are as a person, right? So yesterday, and so that's what the refreshing is, because people were asking me as they were getting on, and some people did not catch it from day one. They're just now catching up. I really hope that you all listen to the replays before they start deleting them. But I'm gonna put these on my website because I am saving each and every recording. So I'm going to be placing these on my website because I think this is some valuable information, and I don't think it should. These videos should be lost, right? I think this is very helpful. And is this helping anybody today? Can I get a heart to a thumbs? Is this really helping you these 25 days? Before I get started, I always like to say that this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue. So what that means is I can't physically hear you, but I can see your comments, and I'll try to read them as we go along. And I like for you all to talk in the chat to me. I'm going to ask questions and post your comments in the chat. And that's how we communicate with each other on this live. Forgive me because my sinuses, they're really doing something this morning. So forgive me if you see me swallow, or if I have to take a glass of water, or if I sound a little raspy this morning. I was struggling a little bit last night, but I'm so glad to be here today. But in the chat, just make sure that you give the hearts and the thumbs up, because you are really helping some people that just don't have the energy or the confidence to log on every day. Some people just cannot wake up this early, but then some, they just don't know how to take that step. Good morning, Melinda. They don't know how to take that step forward. Some people are bound really heavy, and some people are just nervous and scared. But when they see your energy, when they see your vulnerability, when they see that you all are pouring into each other, and this is where we encourage each other, it does something to them. They are getting set free. You may not always see the fruit of the labor, but they are getting set free. I am hearing testimonies of people listening to the replays of the refreshing, and they don't always put everything in the chat, but they are sucking it up. Believe me, they are. So make sure you keep commenting, make sure you keep giving the hearts and the thumbs up and all of those things. So yesterday we dug a little deep and we talked about why, redefining your why. And what that really looks like. And we talked about your why is what gives your commitment roots, and we've been dealing with consistency, and now we're dealing with commitment and really being committed to ourselves, but committed to your vision, committed to what God has told you, committed to whatever it is that you need to be doing. And you have been stopping yourself, and there's been such a gap in what you say you want versus how you're going to get it, right? So I'm going to put a couple of scriptures in the chat. And the first one is the foundational scripture, and that is Habakkuk 2. This is write the vision down and make it plain, that he may run that readeth. And we talked about vision, and we talked about how vision, that you have to be able to have a vision before you write it down. But then when you write it down, you have to put work in. Once you read it, you have to put work in order to run with that vision. A lot of times we write things down that we know that we want to do, things that we want to accomplish, but they stay on the shelf. They collect dust. And sometimes we write things down and we really, really want to do those things. I mean, and who am I talking to? You really, really told yourself that you wanted to do these things, and then all of a sudden something happens. Somebody needs you. You get pulled in different directions, and guess what happens to that vision? You sit it down, and then you forget about it. And then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. And you really, really wanted to do that thing. But then all of these other things you make a priority. And sometimes they are emergencies. But then after the emergency is over, you never go back to pick it up because you lose your momentum, right? Right. And we talked about how do we begin to pick up momentum? So today, so we have been dealing with the commitment gap. I don't want to lose my place. So closing, this is how we close the distance between what we say, what we want to do, and what we are willing to do consistently to get there. So we have been closing the gap in this last week because I have given a lot of information over the last 25 days. But if we don't know how to stay consistent in what our yes is, if we're not pushing towards what we want after the refreshing, because refreshing should not stop. It should be a continuation every single day. So what are we willing to do to stay refreshed, right? And so this last week we're going to talk about closing the commitment gap, because we have to recommit ourselves to ourselves, right? We commit to everybody else and everything else, but we gotta be able to close that commitment gap, because some of us are not committed as we should be to ourselves, and that's why the vision stays on the shelf, or that's why it's been on there and it has collected dust, right? So what I want to talk about today is put this in the chat. Stop confusing intention with commitment. Stop confusing intention with commitment. Somebody put that in the chat. Stop confusing intention with commitment. So moving from I mean to I will. Moving from I mean to do this to I will do this. It's a big difference between I mean to do this or I will do something. So stop confusing intention, because a lot of people have good intention, but good intention is not commitment, right? Just because you have good intention, that doesn't mean that you are committed to something. You just mean, I mean good, I mean to do these things, but it doesn't mean you are telling yourself that you will do these things, right? So one of the greatest things we must learn about personal growth is the difference between what we intend to do versus what we are committed to doing. So you can have a good intention on doing something, but there's a difference between what you are committed to doing versus what you intend to do. So I'm gonna try to teach this and keep it down so I don't get too excited this morning. So many of you have good intentions, and you say things like, we need to take better care of ourselves. We talked about that. We intend to set boundaries. These are things we tell ourselves. We intend to stop going back into unhealthy situations. We intend to start this business, right? We intend to finish this book. We intend to forgive. We tell ourselves these things. We intend to pray more. We intend to take better care of our bodies. These are things that we intend to do. And we intend to stop allowing people drain us, right? Anybody ever said any of those things? I intend to do these things. I'm going to start writing. I intend to set some boundaries. I intend to say no. I intend to say no because my no has to have value. That's what I learned in the refreshing. I intend to start taking time for myself, but we need to stop confusing intention for commitment. But intention doesn't produce transformation. Somebody put that in the chat. Intention does not produce transformation. Just because you intend to do something, that doesn't mean it's going to produce transformation. Intention says I want to, but commitment says I will. Are y'all following me? Intention says I want to, but when you commit yourself, you will. A commitment says that I will. Are y'all following me or y'all sleep this morning? So the difference between the two is often found in what we are willing, to change. So my question is the difference between what I intend to do and what I am committed to do. The first thing is, what am I willing to change? What am I willing to change? Am I willing to stop being bitter? Am I willing to work on my attitude? Am I willing to allow God to enter my heart and deal with those things that I have been holding on for? Am I willing to push my plate back? Am I willing to stop eating that much salt, that much sugar? Can I put the pop down? Sometimes it's the simplest things that we're not committed in that can make us have good intentions over the big things that we miss, right? So the difference between the two is often found in, are you willing to change? That's number one. The second is, are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to sacrifice to be committed? Because don't stop confusing intention with commitment, because the difference is one, you have to be willing to change, and two, you have to be willing to sacrifice something. Anytime there is a transformation that needs to take place, you have to be willing to sacrifice something. And when I say sacrifice something, the flesh wants what it wants, right? But you have to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to be willing sometimes, if you have good intentions to lose weight, but yet you are still eating the same thing. You want to be more healthy, you want to be more vibrant, but you have to be willing to sacrifice. Sometimes you have to get up a little earlier to take that walk, right? You have to be willing to do these things, right? So what are you willing to change, and what are you willing to sacrifice? The key of it is, if you're not willing to change and you're not willing to sacrifice, your vision will stay on the shelf. You'll have a good intention, but you will not be committed to it. I said something right there. If you're not willing to change the behavior, then how can you expect a transformation, right? Good morning, Loretta. Good morning, Karen. So the difference between the two are good intentions, because there's a lot of people in the world that have good intentions, but they're not willing to sacrifice to be committed in it. There are a lot of people in ministry that have good intentions when it comes to God, good intentions in, I want to do this ministry, but yet they are unwilling to change and unwilling to sacrifice their time, talent, or treasure to to get the transformation that is needed for growth. That's why you can have some people that have been there for years and there has been no change, no transformation. Why? Because the willingness is not there. You have to be willing to change, willing to sacrifice. And this is another, number 3, you have to be willing to practice. Come on, somebody put that in the chat. Number 1 is change. 2 is sacrifice, but you have to be willing to practice. When there's good intentions, it's just good intentions, right? We tell ourselves what we're going to do, but then the commitment is, I will. Come on. Intention is, I want to, but commitment is, I will, right? But you have to be willing to practice. Anybody ever, I said it the other day when I wanted to do the 1K, the 10K, whatever it was. And I got on the treadmill and I did it a few days a week. And I told myself I was going to go out there with girls on the run and I was going to run with them. And I never ran before like that in my life. And I wasn't willing to practice. And I did not even sacrifice anything to work out that hard to condition myself. And I really didn't even think about changing anything in my life. And when I got out there, I ran for maybe a minute or 2 minutes and I had to walk the 5K or 2K, whatever it was. I started out running, but guess what? That run, it slowed down really, really fast into a creep. And then I was walking because I was not willing to change. I didn't even know I had to change. Look, it didn't even give it a thought. I wasn't willing to sacrifice years or months so I could run, and I did not practice, right? So there was no transformation. So I had good intentions, but I wasn't committed to enough in it to learn how to run like that to get to the finish line. I wasn't first, I wasn't second, I wasn't even 10, I wasn't even 25. I was 50, 55, 60, somewhere back there. I had to walk it. So we have to stop confusing our good intentions with our commitment level, because just because you have good intentions doesn't mean you're committed. I mean to do well. I want to do this. I want to do that. No, you're wanting to and telling yourself you will do it is 2 different things. So change, sacrifice, practice, and consistently doing something. That's when you have to have some consistency in order to birth that transformation, that commitment. So what is intention? What is intention? This is the definition of intention. Intention is a desire or plan to do something. It's a desire or plan to do something. It is what you hope to do. And an intention is what you hope to do. Intention begins with a thought. I want to change. I want to do better. I want to become healthier. I want to stop allowing people to treat me like this. I want to spend more time with God. I want to become more confident. I wanna. That's good intention. That's when you have good intention. And there's nothing wrong with intention. In fact, every meaningful change usually begins with an intention. Hello, Jennifer. The problem comes in when we mistake intention for actual commitment. Did y'all catch that? Are y'all with me this morning? When we mistake our good intention with actual commitment. Intention says, what I do or what do I want? Intention asks, what do I want? But commitment, what am I willing to do about what I want? Put that in the chat. What do I want? That's intention. What do I really want? In this refreshing, you have to ask yourself, what do I really want? That's the intention. But the commitment asks, what am I willing to do about what I want? What am I really willing to do about me changing my life, me being sad? What am I really willing to do about my heartache problem? What am I willing to do about my situation when it comes to my behavior and my mindset? What am I willing to do. Guess what? If you're not willing to do it, then it's not going to get done. You're not going to be committed in it. So people can come to the refreshing for 31 days on day number 1, September 1st. It all just goes to the bottom because they will have forgotten everything that has been said. They have good intentions on staying refreshed, but guess what? If you're not willing to put in the work, you will not be committed. And if you're not going to be committed, your refreshing will go back on the shelf. Oh, yeah, I'm talking to somebody today. It'll go back on the shelf. It'll collect dust. You'll go right back to burnout. You'll go right back to drifting. Why? Because you have good intentions on staying refreshed, but what are you willing to do to keep it? My goodness. Oh, y'all talk to me today. Loretta said, what do I really want? And what am I really, I know that, what am I willing to do about it? What are you willing to do about it? So let's talk about what commitment is. What commitment is. The definition of commitment is a decision to consistently act on what you have decided. It's a commitment. Commitment is a decision to consistently act on what you have decided, or your decided matters. That's what commitment is. It's a decision to consistently act on. It's a decision to consistently act on what you have decided. So what you have decided, when you are committed to something, you have made a decision. You have made a decision to consistently move in this direction, to consistently act on it, on what you have decided. When I told myself 31 days of refreshing, 31 days of refreshing, I had to I'm going to take me a drink of water. I had to say it over and over and over. I had to say it over and over and over. I had to tell myself, I had to encourage myself. 31 days of live. I didn't know how long it was going to go. I said, maybe I get on there for 10 minutes. I can talk for 10 minutes. Maybe I get on there for 30. Who knows? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. But I had to make a decision to be consistent. My movement has to be consistent. That means that if I have to get up at 3:30 every morning, I have to make myself get up every morning at 3:30 to be consistent, to act on my decision. I had good intention when I was thinking about it. I had good intention when I wrote it down, but it came a point where intention has to turn into being committed. Are y'all following me this morning? My goodness, my goodness. Loretta said, you are willing to put in the work. You have to be willing to put in the work. So commitment involves you from thought to action. Put that in the chat. Commitment moves you from thought to action. When you are committed to something, it's more than just a thought. You move from thought to action. Somebody put that in the chat, from thought to action, from thought to action, thought to action. It is not simply saying, I want this. It is saying, this matters enough to me that I'm willing to make different choices to pursue it. Woo, that's heavy. I'm going to say that again. It's more than just saying that you want something. You're telling yourself, now this matters enough to me that I'm willing to make different choices to pursue. That's heavy right there. I'm going to say that again. It's more than telling yourself that I want this. Because we want a lot of things. I want to be healthy. I want to be whole. I want to move in ministry. I want to move in my mandate. I want to move in my goals. I want to move in my vision. I want to. But it's more than just telling yourself. When you begin to close your own commitment gap to yourself, and you know that this is your season for growth, this is your season to prosper, this is your season to pour into yourself. It's more than just simply, I want this. You have to, you begin to tell yourself, this matters. I matter enough to me that I'm willing to make different choices to pursue my peace. I'm willing to make different choices to pursue changing my behavior. I'm willing to make different choices to pursue a healthy mindset. I'm willing, come on, I matter enough to me. I matter enough to me that I'm willing to make different choices. Come on, to pursue healthier relationships. So commitment is more than saying I want this. Commitment is saying I matter enough that that I'm willing to make a different decision, a different choice to pursue in a different direction so I can get the healing that I need because I matter enough. Come on. That is that. I'm telling you, this is powerful when we move from intention to, come on, to commitment. We all want good things, but what are you willing to do to get those things? How much are you willing to change? How much are you willing to sacrifice? Come on. How much are you willing to practice? Practice in your profession, because if there's no practice, if there's no change, if there's no sacrifice, if there's no commitment, guess what? There will be no transformation. No matter how much you tell yourself you matter, if there's no movement in the pursuit of changing that behavior, that mindset, guess what? It stays on the shelf. You had good intentions, girl. You had great potential. Oh my goodness. Commitment has evidence. Anytime you are committed, when you begin to commit to yourself, you show evidence. People can see the growth. Your talk is different. Your walk is different. Your look is different. How you behave is different. Problems occur. You don't handle them the same way. It's different. Commitment has evidence. There's evidence that you're pursuing something greater. There is evidence that you're pursuing being healthy. There is evidence that you're pursuing being whole. There is evidence that you are pursuing being refreshed. Come on, y'all. Do y'all hear me? You have to choose. I like that, Loretta. You have to choose change. Oh my goodness. So if you're committed to your wellness, there should eventually be evidence in how you eat. Come on. If there is, oh my goodness, Loretta said, I'm committed to move to the next level. I know that's right. If you're committed to wellness, there should eventually be evidence in how you eat, how you move, how you rest, your scheduled time, how you care for your body. If you are committed, come on, people that are committed in losing weight, they get on a diet plan. They go get a health coach. Come on, they're committed to it. And then when you see the weight coming off, that's the evidence. People say, "Oh, I want to be healed, delivered. I want these things." Those are good intentions on saying what you want, but then the commitment level is, what are you willing to do to work on your mindset instead of telling yourself you crazy? Come on here. What are you willing to do? Have you called a therapist? Have you seen a counselor? Have you been journaling? Have you been talking? Have you been setting a point? What have you been doing? Have you been taking mind breaks? Have you been learning how to breathe? There should be some evidence of you working on yourself. If self matters that much to you, and you tell yourself, I'm about to set some boundaries, when are you going to write them down? When are you going to implement them? Right? Their commitment, there has to be change, there has to be sacrifice, and there has to be change, sacrifice, and practice. Are y'all hearing me? Loretta, oh my goodness, y'all talk to me in the chat this morning. So if you are committed to protecting your peace, there should be evidence in the conversations you participate in. Oh my goodness. The boundaries you establish and the situations you refuse to keep entertaining. I'm protecting my peace. I'm about to protect. I'm gonna get my peace back. I'm gonna protect my peace. When you hear people say they're gonna protect their peace, guess what? There should be some evidence of your conversations changing. You should not always want to be in the know. You should come on. There should be some evidence, because intention and commitment don't confuse the two. I'm about to. I'm about to. I'm about to. People have been saying about to for years, but there's no evidence in the change, because there's been no transformation. Oh my goodness. If you're committed to your growth, if you are really, really committed to your growth, there should be evidence in what you are learning, practicing, confronting, and changing. If sometimes this is the problem with the body of Christ. Ever learning, but never growing. Come on. You don't see a lot of transformation. Why? Because the commitment to spiritual growth, sometimes it's not there. Sometimes there's a lot of church goers, but not a lot of kingdom people. Come on. Because of the commitment level. We have to be able to close the gap, even in business. A lot of people have good intentions of starting a business, but haven't done the research how to get the business going, what it really takes to get it going. The commitment, there has to be change, there has to be sacrifice, and there must be practice in order for transformation to take place. Oh my goodness. Commitment turns desired into behavior. Commitment turns your desire into the wanted behavior. If you want your behavior to change, you have to be committed enough to pursue it in order for it to change. A lot of people want the change, but the work is really, it's up to you to do the work in order to get the transformation. A lot of people say they want to be healed. A lot of people say they want to be different. A lot of people say they don't want to keep going back in the past, and yet they keep pulling it up. But where's the commitment level to how you're going to get there? Oh my goodness. Donetta said, I'm going to protect my peace inside of me. Loretta said, you must protect your peace with your peace. You can't move. Nisa said, ever going, but not growing. My goodness. So intentions sounds good. Intention sounds good. Commitment changes things. Put that in the chat. Monica said commitment turns into desired behavior. My goodness. Nisa said, come on. And put this in the chat. Intention sounds good, but commitment changes things. Intention sounds good, but commitment changes things. A woman can sincerely intend to change and still remain in the same place. Woo! Did y'all catch that? A woman can sincerely, or a man can sincerely intend to change, but still remain in the same place. Somebody asked me why. Just add why. Put why in the chat. Why? Put why. Come on. I see the heart. Somebody put why in the chat. Intention sounds good, but commitment changes things. A woman can sincerely, or a man can sincerely intend to change, but still remain in the same place. Thank you, Donetta. She said why. I'm going to answer that question. Loretta said why. Because wanting something and working towards something are not the same thing. Wanting it and working towards it are two different things. So a person can intend on changing, but remain in the same place, because wanting and working towards it is two different things. When you talk about refresh, you can want to be refreshed, but if you don't work towards your refreshing during and after the refreshing, there will be no change. Come on. That's why. Because wanting something and working towards something are not the same thing. Intentions is I want to be healthier, but commitment says I'm going to make healthier choices, schedule time for movement, get adequate rest, and become intentional about caring for my body. You see how that works? We can want it all the time, but if you don't work towards what the thing that you want, then we still remain the same. So that means a person can log on every day and listen to the refreshing, and it's just words. Apostle Stacy talking good. Honey, that's Stacy Johnson talking good. She said something. Oh, the second day was powerful. Woo! She talked about drifting, girl. Girl, then she get on commitment, girl. It sounded good. I'm about to get refreshed. I'm about to get refreshed. And you look up, it's 25 days. I'm about to. I'm gonna go buy me a journal. I'm about to buy me a journal. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna order one. Yep. I'm gonna start writing down some stuff. I'm gonna get it. Day 31. I'm about to, girl. Oh, she talking good. And then after the 31 days, it's gone. Because about to kept it on the shelf. It sounded good. I want to be healed. I want to be delivered. I don't want to be like this anymore. It sounds good. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all really hearing me this morning? It sound we talk a good talk. We talk a good game. They used to say years ago, old school, the show beat the tale all the time. It is one thing to say what you want, but it's another thing to put the work in. Work towards your healing. Work towards your deliverance. Are you tired of being broke? Or you talking about I'm getting ready to get out of debt? What are the steps you taking to get out of debt? Because you keep spending money. Make that make sense. I ain't gonna be broke no more. What are you working towards so you not broke anymore? I'm tired of people hurting me. What are you working towards so you won't have these heart issues? I'm tired of being big. I'm tired of being. What are you working towards so you don't keep gaining weight? It's real. It's not rocket science. Intentions versus commitment. We got to be able to close the gap. If not, this is just good information. It should be transformation. It has to be more than just logging on because somebody tells you to. You have to want to. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Michelle said your commitment to walk the steps out for your journey on refreshing. Donetta said, yes, I hear you. Loretta said, it's time to put the work in. Monica said, hearing and listening. Stephanie W said, you teaching today. It had 25 days. 25 days. It has to be more than just good information. It has to be life-changing. My part is to give the information. Your part is to run with it. Oh, Jesus. Your part is to run with. Your part is to soak it in, but yet apply it. And people have good intentions when they log on. I'm getting mine. But intentions and commitment are not the same thing. So intentions say, I want peace, but commitment says, I'm going to stop participating in conversations and relationships that continually disturb my peace. Are y'all catching it? Nisa said, this is personal. Yes, ma'am. Karen said, it has been. Oh my God. Loretta said, old things passed away now, and I'm working towards my new. Check this out. Intention says, I gotta have me some peace. I want peace. I want some peace. But commitment says, I'm gonna stop participating in conversations and relationships that disturb my peace. Nisa said, I'm running. Go on and run. Put your headset in and go and run. Snatch. Commitment says, I'm going to stop participating in things that disturb my peace. I'm not going to be involved in these things that is taking my peace. Not only do I want peace, but I'm going to take the necessary steps to make sure that I get me some peace. Do you see the difference between intention and commitment? Intention says, I'm going to build my confidence. I want to build my confidence. I want to build my confidence. Guess what? Intention says, I am going to challenge the way I speak to myself. Stop comparing myself with others and practice showing up even when I feel uncomfortable. I'm going to show up with my teeth chattering and my knees knocking. But guess what, girlfriend? I'm showing up. It's more than just, I'm going to build my confidence. I'm going to no, I'm going to challenge myself in a way and stop comparing myself with others. I'm going to practice showing up even when I don't feel like it. I'm going to show up because I'm challenging myself to grow. Because why? I'm building my confidence. I'm not talking about it. I'm being about it. Oh my goodness. Are y'all hearing me today? My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Intention says, I want to grow spiritually. Commitment says, I'm going to make time for prayer, scripture, reflection, and I'm going to be obedient. You people say they want to grow spiritually. They got good intentions. They have real good intentions on building their relationship with God, but yet are not committed even in the study, prayer, and showing up part. So make sense. We got good intentions, but when it comes to doing what it takes to get there, we have to close the gap. I'm going to grow spiritually. I really want to grow. I really want to grow. And the tears, I really want to grow. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Have you taken the time out even to pray? Have you taken the time out even to study? Or are you allowing things to come in to separate you even the more? And you still feel disconnected. You still feel dry. You still drifting away. Oh my goodness. Donetta said, I'm definitely going to challenge myself because I'm more peace and building more peace. I want more peace and building my confidence. So here's the danger of confusing the two. When we confuse intention with commitment, we begin to give others credit for our decisions we have not actually followed through on. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say that again. When we confuse intention with commitment, we begin to give ourselves credit. Give ourselves credit for decisions we have not followed through on. We take credit for something that we have not even done. I did get some healing. You didn't put the work in. How you give yourself credit for work that you have not done? When you confuse your want to with your do, you give yourself credit for your want to, believing that you put the work in when you know you didn't put the work in. And then you ask yourself, why am not further than I am in life? But you haven't put the work in, but you giving yourself credit just because you showed up, but you haven't put the work in. Come on. You haven't put the work in. You give yourself credit. Come on. You showed up, but yet you're not putting the work in what you said you want. You want healing. You want deliverance. You want to be refreshed. You want your mind to be renewed. So you're giving yourself credit for wanting these things, but you haven't put the work in. You're confusing good intentions with being committed. Oh my goodness. I meant to, I've been thinking about it. Come on. I've been thinking about it. I know I need to. Y'all know how I know I need to. I've been planning on it, girl. I've been planning on it. I'm going to start soon. I'm waiting on things to get right and perfect. I'm going to do this. Oh my goodness. Stephanie said, Stephanie. No, Melinda said separate the wheat from the tare. Oh, Karen said, wow. Nisa said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? You know how we say it. I meant to really do. I meant to. I've been thinking about it. I really been thinking. I've been thinking about that thing. Girl, I know I need to do that. I know I need to do it. I know I needed it. I'm planning on it. I'm really planning. I'm going to put it on my books. I'm planning on it. I'm going to start soon. I promise you. As soon as I get myself together, I'm going to start soon. And these statements could be very sincere. I'm about to. But sincerity doesn't automatically equal commitment. Just because you're sincere in your statement, that doesn't automatically equal that you're committed to your about to. That doesn't mean you're committed to I'm getting ready to, or I'm planning to, or I'm fixing to. That doesn't equal commitment. You're really sincere when you say it, but you're not committed to what you already said, because there's no transformation in it. It's good intention, but you're not committed yet. The hard question is, woo! Oh, Melinda said, I'm a do. I'm doing this now. That's Donetta said. Oh my goodness. The question is, what have you repeatedly said that you would do but have not consistently done? Oh, I'm messing with y'all today. I'm messing. We got to close the gap. We got to close the gap. We got to go. Guys, whoever listens, you got to close the gap. What have you repeatedly said? Put that in the chat. Ask your sister. Ask them. Put it in the chat. What have you repeatedly said that you would do, but you have not consistently done? Helen said, if a shoulda, woulda, coulda mindset. Come on. What have you repeatedly said you would do, but have not consistently done? This question is not designed to shame anybody. It's designed to help you become honest with yourself. Because until you become honest with yourself, you can't move in transformation. You can't commit to a lie. Come on. When you continually lie to yourself, you can't commit to a lie, because you know it's a lie. You go half-hearted. You're not 100. You give yourself 20%. So this question was not meant to shame you. It's meant to help you become honest with yourself. What have you repeatedly said that you would do that you have not consistently done? Ask your sister. Oh, girl. I like that. Girl. I'm going to showcase that one. I'm going to showcase that question. What have you consistently said you would do, but have not consistently done? Because you cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. You cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. You cannot change. You cannot change. You cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. My goodness. I think I'm going to stop there. That's a lot. I'm going to stop there. And I'm just going to dig on intention versus commitment. What have you repeatedly said but have not consistently done? You cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. Oh, my goodness. Forgiving inward, self first, setting boundaries with self. I know that's right, Helen. Regina said, come on. What? Put it in the chat. What have I repeatedly said I would do, but have not consistently done? What have you repeatedly said to yourself that you would do, but have not consistently done? It's the hard question. Not meant to shame you. But let's become honest. Let's get honest with ourselves. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Woo! That right there. I'm gonna have to pin where I am for tomorrow, because I could just keep going and going and going, and I'm not. I want you to be able to chew on today what has been said. This day 25. Woo! That means we got what, 6 days left. I want you to chew on. I want you to chew on the things that you tell yourself versus the things you're going to work on to get what you tell yourself. Your good intentions are good, but they don't produce change. You got to be committed. Melinda said, you knocking on my door this morning, stepping on toes, knocking on doors, opening up the windows, whatever you want to call it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have not committed to finding a new church home. All right, Karen, we got to meet, girl. You are surely welcome. You are surely welcome, Karen. You are surely welcome to Adonai International Kingdom Ministries. This is what we do. We build people. We love people. We build people. So put it in the chat. What has been, because I said a lot today. When I was reading, I was like, yeah, this is we got a intentions versus a commitment. I said, that's heavy. I had to check myself today. All the stuff I have been telling myself, I'm about to, I'm planning to, I'm fixing to, I'm going to get there. I got it. I'm going to do. And then the things that I do to get what I said I'm going to do. Have they been really matching up, or have I been going in circles and skipping to Malou and going around the mulberry bush? And I look up, a year has passed, 2 years has passed. The commitment level. The commitment level. Boom. She said, boom. Donetta said, eat healthy and stand in my word with God and praying more. All right. What's your greatest takeaway, ladies? Come on. What's your greatest takeaway? What is your greatest takeaway from today? I said a whole lot. I hope it's stuck. I said a whole lot. I hope you grab your journal today. I hope that you, oh my goodness, I hope that you grab your journal, but not just your journal, that your words, all the things that you desire to do, now that you put some movement to those words, that the things that you're planning, the things that you're hoping. Michelle said, my greatest takeaway is allow my actions to line up with my commitment and be intentional. Boom. That right there. That right there. Come on. Who else? What's your greatest takeaway? What is your greatest takeaway today? Come on and put it in the chat. Give me some hearts. Give me some thumbs up. Come on. Love on the ladies that are watching, that have good intentions, but just did not know that there was a gap between what they wanted, what they said, and versus how to get it. Come on, show them some love. My goodness, my goodness. Well, I'm going to pray out while you all put it in the chat, your greatest takeaway. Because I'm going to leave the chat open for a little bit so you can love on the ladies this morning. Gracious and most heavenly Father, I thank you for today. Thank you for showing us, showing us our truth, our greatest takeaway, showing us how to pour back into ourselves. Thank you for being the God over our lives, and you desire that we prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prospers. Thank you, Lord God, that you're prospering their souls this morning, that they're realizing the power that they have, not just in speaking it, but doing it. Father, I give you glory and honor and praise for everything that you're doing, for allowing my voice to radiate this morning. Thank you for the rest on last night. I give you glory, I give you honor, and I give you praise, and it's in Jesus' name I pray, amen. Karen said, my greatest takeaway is that my intention brings commitment. Commitment leads to action. Action brings results, and results have you feeling refreshed. Ooh, that's a word right there. Monica said, my greatest takeaway is to be intentional to my commitment. Nisa says, stay focused, rooted, and grounded. Helen said, my greatest takeaway, thought, suggestion, action sounds good. Get moving and be consistently intentional. Regina said, I need to step out on faith regardless of the challenges. Donetta said, my greatest takeaway is to line up on everything that I'm going to do in my life. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And yes, ma'am. Keep it coming. It's your season for growth. Karen said, thank you. Keep it coming. Thank you all. God bless. Keep it. Yes. Keep it coming. I'm in my season. Yeah, I'm good right now. I'm in my season. What's meant for me always find me. I'm not worried about what I can't see. I'm in my season. Yeah, that's on me. I wake up with a different kind of peace. Mind clear, I can finally breathe. Finally breathe in when how it should. Life feel different and it feel good. I don't chase it, I let it come. I don't rush, I let it run. What's mine always make its way. I just stay grounded every day. Ooh, I trust the timing. I don't question it. It's your season. I'm in my season, I feel it now. Everything lining up, I see it now. I ain't forcing nothing, I breathe it now. I'm in my season, yeah, I'm good right now. I'm in my season, I move with ease. What's meant for me, always find me. I'm not worried about what I can't see. I'm in my season, yeah, that's on me. Oh, I don't compare, I don't compete. I stay in my lane, that's enough for me. Everything I need, I already got. I'm just walking in what God brought. I'm still me, just more aligned, more aware, more in my mind. Everything feeling like it should. I'm in a place where it's all good. I don't gotta worry no more. I don't gotta force it no more. Everything working out for me, yeah, like it's supposed to. I'm in my season, I feel it now. Everything lining up, I see